November 16, 1969. The body of a woman is discovered in the brush along Mulholland Drive in Los Angeles. She had been stabbed, not once, not twice, but over 150 times. No identification, no witnesses, no motive. For nearly 50 years, this young woman's name was unknown. To investigators, she was just another Jane Doe, file number 59. But when her identity was finally revealed in 2015, the real mystery only deepened. Who killed Reet Juvertson? And why was her life taken in such a brutal way? Reet Sylvia Juvertson was born in Sweden in 1950 to Estonian parents who had fled Soviet rule. She grew up in Montreal, Canada, a bright, adventurous young woman with her whole life ahead of her. In the summer of 1969, at just 19 years old, Reet decided to travel to Los Angeles. She was following her heart. She had met a man in Toronto, someone known only as John, or possibly Jan. He was described as tall, with a French accent, and looked a bit like Jim Morrison of The Doors. Reet rode home happily, telling her family she had found a place to live and was enjoying her new adventure. But just days later, that postcard would become her last message home. On November 16, 1969, a 15-year-old birdwatcher made a horrific discovery along Mulholland Drive. A young woman's body lay in the thick brush of a ravine. She had been stabbed 157 times. Her neck, chest, and torso covered in wounds. The attack was frenzied, personal. The coroner noted defensive wounds, meaning Reet had fought back desperately. Yet, there were no signs of robbery, no evidence of. Her killer dragged her body to the ravine, letting it tumble down until it caught on a tree branch. It was as if someone wanted her gone, but not erased completely. The brutality of the crime and its timing immediately drew comparisons to another infamous case. Just 3 months earlier, the Manson family had carried out the Tate LeBianca murders, less than 10 miles away. Could this Jane Doe have been another victim of Charles Manson's cult? For years, rumors swirled. Witnesses claimed she had been seen at Spawn Ranch under the name Sherry. Even prosecutor Vincent Bugliosi, in his book Helter Skelter, speculated that Jane Doe 59 might have been killed because she had witnessed the death of John Hogg, an associate of the Manson family, whose own death was ruled an accident during a game of Russian roulette. It was a chilling theory, one that fit the dark web surrounding Manson. But decades later, LAPD investigators have stated there is no direct evidence linking Reet Juvertson to the Manson family. The truth, it seems, lies elsewhere, perhaps with the men she trusted most. Before we get into the two mysterious men who may hold the answers to Reet's murder, if you're finding this story important and interesting, consider subscribing and giving this video a like. It helps bring more attention to forgotten cases like hers, and maybe, just maybe, the right person will see this. Now back to the video. This is where the case truly deepens. Two men, both possibly named John, emerge as primary persons of interest, thanks to a witness in Montreal who had known Reet before her trip to LA. We have Jan number 1 on the left, tall, slender, with long feather hair, so striking that Reet's friends said he looked eerily like Jim Morrison of The Doors. He reportedly spoke with a slight French accent. Jan number 2 on the right, shorter in stature, with a distinctive bowl-cut hairstyle, reminiscent of the Beatles. Even more peculiar, they may have both gone by the same name. Both sketches were publicly released on 2016, when detectives reignited the cold case, hoping someone could recognize them. A friend of Reet's sister later recounted confronting one of the men in Montreal, who told her nonchalantly, "She was with us for a couple of weeks. Then, she left on her own. Everything's fine." She was happy. But, of course, everything was not fine. Despite these leads and the emotional weight they carry, neither man has ever been identified or located. Their identities remain a haunting void in Reet Juvertson's story. For decades, Reet Juvertson's body remained a nameless cold case, buried under the label Jane Doe 59. Her story faded into the shadows of Los Angeles history. Her family in Canada assumed she had chosen a new life far away. They never imagined she had been lying in an unmarked grave thousands of miles from home. In 2015, everything changed. A friend of Reet's sister stumbled upon Jane Doe's mortuary photo on a missing persons website. The resemblance was uncanny. DNA testing confirmed the truth. Jane Doe 59 was Reet Juvertson. Nearly half a century after her death, she had her name back. But the discovery raised as many questions as it answered. Who killed her? And where are the men she trusted? Today, the murder of Reet Juvertson remains unsolved. The LAPD's cold case unit continues to search for the mysterious Jan and any clue that could finally reveal what happened in that canyon in 1969. Reet's story is a haunting reminder. Behind every Jane Doe is a life, a family, and a mystery that deserves answers. And until those answers are found, Reet Juvertson killer is still out there.